Inflewence here, and today I got fanstoys FT-32A, which is their first Constructicon. And I don't know. I might not be in on this set. I'm sure Devastator is going to be crazy looking. I don't know. Maybe I will be in on the set. I'm not sure how much I like this figure. Let me put it that way. But I'm going to go through it. It's not a bad figure. Like, it's not terrible. It's just a lot of things that I don't know. I don't like as a figure, but I'm sure the combine mode is going to be good. Well, I'm hoping it's going to be good. I'm not sure. But I mean, we got 6 members, so, and there'll probably be some parts forming. So we'll see. But let's just get into this review.
Transformers reviews, tech and the news, whatever else I use as a muse. Hit subscribe, I appreciate the views. Influences interest on YouTube.
So as I always do, we got accessories. We got this trumpet. You see, holds it, doesn't hold it really well, but it does go in just like normal masterpiece hand. Trumpet is really nice. It's all die cast and it has this gold finish on it, and I believe it's paint, because right here I got some blemishes, which is uncharacteristic of fanstoys, but usually I don't see too many paint blemishes. But yeah, like I said, this drone is pretty nice. We also got the gun. You can see he holds it pretty well. Typical typical masterpiece port. It does look painted with a little bit of, I don't know if it's metallic, not really metallic, but you can tell it's painted, but it's like one piece plastic. So we got that. And the other thing we have is the parts forming piece. I know some people don't like this. I'm okay with it. I'm fine, because it's going to be super stable with this, I'm sure. And it looks great. Got the book. I didn't use the book. I don't know how good it is. I can't say fanstoys video had some trouble. I was trying to use fanstoys video, but they only have it from vehicle to robot mode, and it comes in robot mode. So that's weird to me. I think somebody took the lazy way. In the box, normal fanstoys box, just in case you want to see that. I know a lot of people don't care about the boxes. I don't really care about the boxes that much, but some people might. And let's get to the main event, the figure. First, his head sculpt. His sculpt is great. I really like it. Paint, metallic, red eyes, looks good. Paint all around on this guy, of course. Fanstoys, they almost never falter on the paint department. And also, I like the green. I think it was a different green when it first was revealed, and I'm glad they changed it, because now it looks, to me, spot on. It is a big boy, heavy, of course. That's another thing. It's gonna have all die cast, so they're gonna have to, I'm hoping they got the parts forming part together, because if not, we're gonna be waiting a long time again. I'm hoping, because this is a different type of combiner than the Aerobots or any other combiners, because of the 6 members. So we'll see. It probably had pants, and that's probably what they're due. Maybe. I know this turns into like the whole leg, but connection wise, it's probably going to be a piece. I can't see them not doing a piece, because this thing is heavy, and it is the leg. So we'll see when the arms come out, and maybe the torso, if they have less die cast. They might not, though, because they didn't do it with Aerobots. Yeah, you got the red here. Red's nice. Purple. Got the little accents. I do like this because it does have some stylings, but those stylings ain't really stylings. It's like stuff that you gotta pull out and push down, and buttons and things, and the back is a mess. Of course, I don't really care about the back being a mess, because I don't display my figures backwards. But this is kind of like unsightly back here, the way it sticks out, backpack. Again, I was looking at these for robot mode, but I'm not sure. Let's get into some comparisons. And this is the first time I had it a different pose on my shelf. So, but this is the first time I really see them side by side, and they kind of are not too far apart as far as height. He's in a pose. He's more straight up and down. Let me see if I can get him more straight up. He has his, yeah, he's a little bit shorter than the fanstoys, tad bit. So we'll see when Long Haul comes out how big Long Haul is, because these are two different characters. But you can see the paint difference too. And we got Astro Train here, and you can see he's a tiny head taller than Astro Train. That's a little big. I mean, he's a little big. It's all up to you if he's too big. I'm fine with the size. It is big though. Like when I got it out, I was like, oh yeah, this thing is a big boy. Well, let's get into articulation. Head, fanstoys squeak, but it goes all the way around. Goes up about that much. Goes down not much at all. Yeah, it's like a tad bit down. There are some limitations in the articulation too. So you got up this way, which is cool. You got all the way around. Both is friction, no ratchets. You do have you can't get a backwards butterfly if you use the transformation joint. So you can kind of get the backwards butterfly for that. That joint is tight. You got the swivel here at the bicep. You got more than 90 degrees at the elbow, which is good to see. Hands wise, of course, all the fingers are articulated, and it has the knuckles, 2 knuckles on the fingers, and the thumb is on a ball joint and 1 knuckle here. So you have that. And the hand spins, the hand spins around and doesn't go in and out or anything. Waist. Here's where we have some articulation issues because of all this stuff. The waist is about like that. So you're getting waist like that, I believe. I don't think it's any better. I don't know. It looks like a joint right there. I know I don't think there's a bend. Yeah, no, I don't think so anyway. Maybe that joint is just something else. You got that limitation of no ab crunch and no spin. So you got these here skirts. Move the arms up so you can get to them. So side to side, you have more limitation because of this peg. I don't even know why this peg is here. I mean, I know why. You know what? It could be it could be the other mode. So I'm not going to say I don't know why. I know in this mode, they just use the pin and a little piece clamps around this, but it's not really, I don't think it's necessary. But you do have this type of the swivel where the swivel, the leg that goes out, but it has this type of joint. I really like that joint. So you get full up and about that much back because it hits all this stuff back here, of course. So you have that limitation. Thigh swivel right there. Knee is not double jointed and you only get 90 degrees, but I do like how they did the knee and you got a little piston in there. Couple pistons, and you know, wheels here, giant rubber wheels. The other wheels are in the back, which is cool that they hid those. Then you have this like that and like this, and you can toe tilt down and you can toe tilt kind of up, like you can maneuver it because it's on a separate hinge. And that is about it for our articulation. I forgot to show that you can put this on. It's not bad with it on because it kind of hides all this stuff. So, you know what? I think I transformed this wrong when I transformed it last time. This goes down like that. Yeah, I think it does. Because then you put this in there and then this goes down and kind of seats in here. And you can push this down a little bit so it kind of looks cohesive. I mean, it doesn't add that much crap to it because it's already got a lot of crap back here, so it's just whatever. You know, I don't know too many people that would, but if you got to store it and you don't want to keep it in a box or something, you can. But it does make the figure super heavy because this is all die cast. Besides this thing is not die cast, but most of this is. The false legs is die cast, the stilts or whatever. So now we're getting the transformation. So transformation, pull this out, flip this back, put the head in some normal fashion. Now we're gonna work on this. Pull this out here and out here. This actually, oh, you know what I didn't have? I didn't have this all the way in here. These things right here, I had this up. They go in these two things. So if you're having trouble trying to pull this, that's why, because you got to spread this apart. And you can't really spread it apart with all this stuff like this until you get it out. So you know how that go. Now all this stuff, this is cumbersome because you gotta, this is on a, these two things on a slider. They slide out to fit into here. They slide in to make this more compact. But as you're getting this, like, you're bending these all types of way. Now it doesn't feel like it's gonna break, but it doesn't feel great either. So you kind of bend this up like that, and you see what I mean? Like when you're bending it and you're bending these pieces and they're going every which way, you're supposed to try to pull these out too. See how those went out there? And now you can kind of get this because it's on this hinge or this double hinge right here and right here, and you want to, on this double, these two double hinges, you got to push this back in order to get these double hinges up and to have it out. It's just, it's cumbersome because you see how far you can move this, and if you can't move it all the way up, you got to push it back, but you can't push it back until this is all the way up. So it's kind of like you're just playing that dance, you know what I mean? And then this goes in there like that, and then this goes in there like that. I mean, it's not hard, but it's just weird because of the way it is. Then this right here, you fold this out, get that. Now you probably need something here. Fold this piece out. My spudger's falling apart and I keep thinking it's paint scrapage. Fortunately, it's not. So then you do that, you can move this up as well. This thing right here adds another tooth to that. Then you just solidify this with tabs on each side. If I can get it. And as you see, this is not right. So this should be down and down, and there you go. You can see how it's spread apart. So you want, it's a double hinge on both sides. You want to hinge it in so it's straighter, but it still just looks, all this looks unfinished. Like all of this with all the breakup, I don't like the alt mode at all. Most of the time I don't have them in alt mode. So I stand it up, I kind of pull this forward so it's not so much in the back. Now you want to get these arms. These arms seem like a lot, but it's not a whole lot. So just pull these out. First time you do it, you probably need a spudger, but it's the second time I'm doing it. So hey, move this out like this, and you can get the hands in. You can see how I have it. Just put the hands in, and then you want to pull this down, flip them in, flip them back up. Now right here, you want to push this down, this little switch. You might as well do both of the arms. Push this switch down. There you go. You get this hand in. I'm just going to do them together. You know what? I won't do them together. I'm going to show you one and then just do the other one really quick. So the switches. Got the switches. So we're like this. I take this off now because it's hard as heck. Right there. It wasn't that hard now. I guess the first time it's hard. So you take that off of there like that. This is going to go all the way up here and eventually slide into this section like this, but not yet. Now you can move this down. You want this flush. I just move it out to get the this joint off. Turn around and show it right here. This part, you see how this is? You want to twist this up like that, and then move this up, and this goes out. And that's kind of how it's going to be for now. So we do the same thing over here. Get this joint off of there, and then kind of get that right there, and then move this like that and like that. And you can worry about where it goes later. You'll see. So now what we want to do is get this thing down. This is super tight. It is, I believe, and it's hooked on to these things, and it's scraping off. Like it's eating up that plastic. I only did it twice, and it's eating up that plastic. It's hard to get that out. I don't know if there's a better way. There could be a better way. It could be me. I don't know if this thing works, like if it moves apart or what, but you want to get this, you're trying to get this wheels out. So then you move the wheels down like that. They go all the way down. Then you can flip. Make sure you don't scrape the side of the paint. So you flip this up. There's a tab right here, and that tab is going to go into a spot right here. So you want to move it kind of like that. Flip that all the way down, and then move this up to that spot. Might want to move that out the way. So when you move this up to the spot, it goes in there, and then there's two tabs that go in. Can't really see. They're like blind tabs. You can see it if you're in person. I don't know if you can see that in there. Oh, you can see that. Tabs just go in there. Move that down over here. Move that in there. Tab that together. So we're starting to get it kind of. So now you want this to go down. You want to move this up, and this is gonna move around like this, because eventually you're gonna tab it in over here. In is these holes are gonna peg in right there on both sides. They peg in on these on this thing. It's hard to get in, but that's what it's supposed to do. Legs are not bad either. It's once you kind of know what you're doing, it's really, you know, not bad at all. Want to get this right here, this panel. You can bend the knee forward to kind of give you that little bit of space, and you can move it back. Once you open that, it stops. There's a peg here that is connected, so you do that. Open up this, flip this out, and I think that's it. I'll do it from this angle so you can see better what was going on. So you open all that stuff up, and then you pull this down here, you move this like that, and then you move it like this. Then you flip this around this way. And like this, and it has a little cutout that fits like right there. You see it kind of outlines it. I'll do it again over here. So do the same thing over here. Move that out, move this out, move all this stuff out, and then the foot, you want to move this down, move this down, flip this around and flip it like that, and then flip this. You got to spin this like this, and don't try to push it like that. I almost broke it doing that. And there you go. Now I like to turn it over, because once all this stuff is out, move that out the way, and you can get this flipped. To be thorough, I'm gonna show it because you might not be able to get it then. It's right here. It's at this joint here. So you just push that in. Like I said, it's not super hard. It wasn't hard the first time, but just in case yours might be, you might want to do it before you do all this. And it just flips on this right here. Can't see. So you just flip that around. You try to get all this stuff. Make sure you're not scraping nothing. Flips really easy. It's kind of intuitive once you start doing it. Like I said, make sure you got all this stuff right. Then flip it. Then you got to close this. Make sure this is closed a little bit so it fits so this tire can fit in, but then you close it all the way once. Well, you also got to close this because, as you can see, it's on the inside. So this kind of like that. Then you can close all this and it'll solidify that. Then there's a little bumper piece you want to push up. Now this, you can do it anytime, but the tire comes out, and then you can spin this around, spin this down. Can't really see it, but you spin it around, and then it's two tabs right there that it tabs in on. And there you go, with one side done. Same over here. I already did everything, all the prep work. So just spin that around. It's surprisingly easy if you do it right to get through. I thought it was gonna be a nightmare to get all this together and through there, but nah, it was all right. So move this up here again. Have this like this. This has to go in here, kind of. Move that there, that there. Move the bumper up, and then you can move this tire down. Always forget the tire. You can see it kind of comes out. You can move it down, and then it goes into those two tabs right there. There you go, like that. This, because it's going to move down like that, and then it's going to go in here. This part is going to go in here, which is hard, kind of hard to get, but so you move that over and kind of slide it down. You get this out the way as much as possible. Move this in here. Try to get this out the way, and make sure this is straight. Even though this ain't hard, this is probably the most cumbersome part because it's kind of hard to get right. There you go. Kind of want to get it pegged onto here so you know that it's in the right position. Easier said than done. All right. Then this goes all the way down, and that's another piece that's kind of scrapage that I don't know how well it's gonna hold up. Do transformations. There you go. And this you want up so it can make it pass, kind of like that, so it can make it past it. You can't really see that, it's hard to show, but and over here the same thing. You want to maneuver this on that hinge, the elbow hinge, and you get this around here. And there we go, that one went in fine. Now this goes down here and sits like this, and then you want to, there's a peg here that pegs into that hole, and there's a little space for that little thing right there. Like I said, I don't think it does much, but it could be for the combine mode. I didn't do the combine mode yet, and I probably won't in this video. I think I'm gonna do a separate video for combine mode. And you go there, and then you have this thing. Now just solidify this. Make sure your tires are still right, which this one isn't. This one is still okay, and this is supposed to be like this. I don't know if I like it like that. And here we go with this bucket. So I got to overdub because my mic went out. But as I was trying to say, here's the articulation of the bucket shovel. I don't really like this figure as the alt mode. I was just playing right there. I made a joke, and I guess it was so bad the mic went out. But also you can put the gun under here. You can have it either side. It has a little notch on it for the gun, and you can put it there, or you can put it here, which I like it here. It sticks out on the side, but it's more secure. It doesn't impede anything. It doesn't look bad. Actually looks all right. Looks like smokestack or a exhaust pipe, I should say. I don't know what I was doing there, to tell you the truth. And you can bring this in and also add this to it. Not 100% sure how it goes on. I know how they showed it, but it wasn't working too great. And I don't know anybody that's gonna put that on or leave that on. So yeah, all in all, like I said, I don't really like this. It looks unfinished all up in here and in here, the holes. And the bottom looks like whatever, but lucky I ain't in for the alt modes, so these will not definitely be my alt modes if I get any for alt mode. So if you enjoyed this review, please leave me a thumbs up and a share and thumbs up. You can subscribe to it if you want to, but sharing it and thumbing it up is what helps my views. All right, so I'll get up with you in another one. Look out for the transformation video. I will go backwards into, or probably to leg mode, and then the robot. All right, so thanks for watching.
Life ain't no, life ain't no, life ain't no. As long as you alive, you can give another try and take it real high if you want.